Alright, we are good to go. Hello everyone, my name is One Who Gets Bread. Good afternoon to all of you, and today is a very exciting day. We have the Pokemon TCG times Pokemon Go set. So I have an ETB right here, an Elite Trainer box of the new Pokemon Go card set. And yeah, let's just go over its contents and we'll just talk about the pulls and see the different cards we have. So right now, of course, in all of these videos, in the Pokemon TCG realm of things, I also have some videos on how to actually play the Pokemon card game, so if you're interested in learning, please head over there. They're on my YouTube, so the link is in the description of my channel, so if you'd like to actually learn how to play the Pokemon game, please feel free to check those out. Alright, let's get started with the Pokemon Elite Trainer Kit from Pokemon TCG times Pokemon Go, as you can see right there, and also there's the rules of how to play right there if you're interested in scanning that. Alright, so it's just Pokemon Go has 75 new cards. Then these are some of the V's and the VMAXs in them. My friend Ben, I went to PokeNerds with one of my friends, and he pulled this Mewtwo V-Star, so it's a very, very interesting card that he pulled. Very rare as well. There's a Mewtwo V. These Elite Trainer kits come with a Mewtwo V promo, so that was very exciting. There's more of them. Alright, so now there's Radiant Pokemon again. From Astral Radiance, they started doing shiny Pokemon back into the Pokemon TCG, into the main sets, other than just the collectible and holiday tie-in sets. Well, now we have shiny Pokemon actually coming back into the TCG main set. So, again, here with Pokemon Go, I know this is a side set, but we have more Radiant Pokemon to try and get. So we have Radiant Venusaur, pictured here. We have Radiant Charizard, that's going on currently, I think, $40 for one of these on TCG Player, so hopefully the price will drop there so we could get our hands on one. And then we also have Radiant Blastoise. This is the one Ben actually pulled one of these cards, the Radiant Blastoise. And we also have something fun here where you have Ditto cards, and if you get a Pokemon with this symbol on here, you could peel it and then it'll reveal a Ditto. Okay, so now it's just new combos, looks like. Very interesting. We might try some of these maybe next time when we're playing. There's some new trainer cards. We have the leaders of Team Instinct, Team Valor, and Team Mystic here as cards finally in the TCG. We have an Egg Incubator. We have Lure Modules, Pokestops, and then Rare Candies. This is one of the more important cards to use in decks because it allows you to skip the stage 1 and go straight to the stage 2. Alright, here's just a set list of the Pokemon Go set. And then here's the secret rares. On this page, actually, yeah. And then, I don't think there's anything here, it's just... Alright. Then here's the box itself. This is what it contains. So you have 10 TCG booster packs, and it's actually a better deal than the Radiant Eevee collection, because in the Radiant Eevee you get 8 booster packs, but again, in that one you do get the Radiant Eevee promo, which is pretty sweet. You also get this playmat, so it's a very nice Radiant Shiny Eevee playmat that it comes with, so it might be worth the money. 55 bucks from those MSRP. This at MSRP, this ETB was 50 bucks, so you're finding them at your local card stores for MSRP. It'll be 50 bucks, and then this is what it contains. Like Shining Fates, you have again 10 packs, and then you have all these. You have the sleeves, you have the dice, you have the counters, you have a V-Star marker, you have the energy cards, you have the Mewtwo promo, and then you have this sweet looking Mewtwo box as well. It's very shiny. So you can see it says Pokemon Go. Let me flip it over. There we go. Alright. It also comes with this, where it's just how to download Pokemon Go. There's actually like some items and rewards on the other side, but I'm going to just keep it like this for obvious reasons. Don't want things to be starting to scan everything. Alright, let's get cracking into the ETB itself. So let me fish out that Mewtwo promo here. This is the Mewtwo V promo. As you can see, it's a full art Mewtwo V. kept in a nice sealed plastic bag. I'm gonna put that aside like that. Hopefully the camera stops buffering so we can see all the beautiful cards. I love the artwork in this set. It's very amazing. Okay, here's our sleeves. Those are the cards. I already opened them with Ben at the store, but there they are. We'll go through them in a little bit. Here's the energy. Some protectors or deck separators, I guess, if you could call them that. We have a V-Star marker. Dice, and look at that, it says go on it. I think these might be swell to add to our collection. There's even like little sparkles in this one. I really like that. Alright. Now let's go to the cards themselves. I'm going to pull them out because the rest of this stuff is just, you know, just the markers and... Oh, there's another card in here, but we'll get to that later. Alright, now I'm just going to go through all the cards that I've gotten and we'll sort and talk about them a bit. Let me just change the camera's lighting so we can read the cards. There we go, I think that's better. Yep, alright, we're good to go. Okay, so first is going to be these supporter cards. This is Candela from Team Instinct or Team Valor. I think it's Team Valor. Yeah, Team Valor's Moltres. Sorry about that. It's been a long time since I've played Pokemon Go. So draw 2 cards. If you drew any cards this way, flip a coin. If heads, attach a fire energy from your discard pile to one of your benched. So that's interesting because it doesn't say a basic fire energy. It just says a fire energy card. So we could do that with special energies. Actually, Ben, he was looking for one of these Candela, so I'll put one of these aside just for him. And then I'll add this one to my collection, okay, of, you know, trainer cards and whatnot. We also have energy, but let me go ahead and split this so it's not a big old imposing thing of cards. And let me flip all these over too, so you could hide them. Okay. Alright, I think the next 2 ones are good to go, so let's get started. Alright, so now we have a Fighting, Charmeleon. They all have the Pokemon Go symbol, which is pretty nice. We have a Pupitar. This you'll be using with the Charizard in the set, and then you also have Chansey, Spinarak, Pikachu. This is sweet artwork. I really like it. It's very realistic. As you can see, there's like a person jogging, and there's a Pikachu. I think that's pretty sweet. There's a Wimpod. It's very interesting to see this Alolan Pokemon return in the TCG. We have Pidove, a Univin Pokemon, so very interesting there again. Bulbasaur, number 1 in the whole Pokédex. Here's Slowbro. This is a reverse Slowbro. It has these 2 attacks. You could only use this attack if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. And you take 2 prize cards if that's the case. Very interesting. Alright. Here's a Melmetal V. We will be sleeving that in a penny sleeve. Again, I can't stress this enough to all my viewers. Please try and find some of these penny sleeves or deck protectors to keep your cards safe, because you'll be protecting them. It'll make you happy, and in the long run, you're protecting your memories, so please make sure to sleeve your more valuable cards. I recommend sleeving anything that's a reverse rare, holofoil, or a V out of these sets, so. And then anything more expensive, yeah, we could put them in a top loader as well. Okay, speaking of which, I actually have some other cards here that were at the top, so let's go and talk about them. Here's a Melmetal VMAX. This is from the Pokemon Go set, and it works in coordination, of course, with the Melmetal V. It's interesting to see VMAX return. I know there's a Pokemon, I'm not going to say who, but in the next set, Lost Origin, there's a Pokemon that has a VMAX and a V-Star, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's very nutty. Alright, so there's Melmetal VMAX. This is actually one of my first VMAXs. I only have like 3, and I think this will be my 4th one. And then, this was actually from my first pack ever out of the set, if you could believe that. Ask Ben, but ask Ben, because he was there when I did this. But this was the first pack, and I was just going through it because we had to rush. He had to leave somewhere, so I pulled the Mewtwo V. This is the alternate art Mewtwo V from the set. It's a full art Mewtwo V, and you could see it's in like Times Square, which is very, very, very cool in my opinion. Again, it's going with the theme Pokemon in our world, so I really like that. Very beautiful card. I'll check the price on this later on TCG Player during the stream, but let's go ahead and move down with these other cards. Alright, let's go past this fire energy and keep going down. We have a Steelix. This is an uncommon. We have Xatu. This is also an uncommon. Pinpoint Wave. This attack does 9 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon V. That's very interesting. Slowbro again. Here's Eevee. A fan favorite. Pikachu and Eevee are always going to be the best ones out there. They're fan favorites, and this art is very sweet. I really like it. Very cute. Charmander, everyone's favorite Cantonian fire starter. Apom, one of Ash's Pokemon. I remember from Galactic Battles and Diamond and Pearl he had an Apom. Here's a Bulbasaur again, our friend Bulbasaur at number 1 on the Pokédex. We have a Numel from Hoenn. Here's an Eevee. This is a reverse Eevee this time. Looks even better. The artwork even looks better when it's a reverse foil, in my opinion. We have a Gyarados Holo. We have the Magikarp somewhere in here. We'll get to it soon. Wreck Havoc. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Oh, wow, that's interesting. And then there's also Wild Splash, but you discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Ooh, very interesting. Psychic Energy. Egg Incubator. Okay, this is one of the new item cards. Let me get it up to the camera so it could see it and it could focus. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it into your bench and shuffle your deck. If tails, put this Egg Incubator in the bottom of your deck instead of the discard. Ooh, so you have the potential of recycling it, or if you do get the heads, you get to bring that basic Pokemon. Very nice. Here's Solrock. Once during your turn, you may attach a psychic energy from your discard to one of your Lunatone. Lure Module. This is an item in the game, and I remember when it first came out in the Pokemon card craze, there's some people who use the Lure Modules, and they just place it in like random locations. People got injured, and I remember in Central Park, there's this famous video where someone just yelled, "There's a Dragonite!" and they had like a bunch of Lure Modules and stuff. And then you see this crowd of like 100 people running into one direction in Central Park, and it was just because of a Dragonite, which is, I really like the video. It shows a lot of Pokemon fans just going out and doing their thing, you know. Okay, Lure Module. Each player reveals the top 30 cards of their deck and puts all Pokemon they find there into their hand, and each player shuffles the other cards back into their deck. Here's a Meltan. Here's a Bidoof. We'll get to the B-Barrel in this set. It has a very interesting artwork I'd like to talk about for a bit. Here's our Magikarp. We had the Gyarados in a little bit, but here's the Magikarp. Looks like there's a whole school of Magikarp in the artwork. Very nice. Pidove. We've talked about Onix. Here's the Onix. Another Pidove, but a reverse Pidove. Here's Tyranitar. One of our favorites from Johto is back in this set. And it has these 2 attacks. Raging Crash. This attack does 10 damage for each damage counter on all of your benched Pokemon. And then Earthquake does 20 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. But it does 180 for 4 energy, it looks like. Very sweet artwork on this thing. It looks like it's exploding out of a volcano. I really love that. We have a V-Star counter. I don't know how much those go for, but I think I could get like 10 cents for it on TCG. I don't know. Unpheasant. This is an uncommon. It's an Unpheasant uncommon. Here's Blanche. Again, this is like the Candela, but it's a water energy this time instead of fire. Here's an Ariados. Here's a Meltan again. Squirtle. Here's our Squirtle. This is beautiful. It looks like a watercolored pencil drawing. I love that. If only they didn't have the Pokemon Go logo on there, because it kind of ruins the artwork on some of these, in my opinion. I'd love to just see like all of it on Squirtle, but the Pokemon Go stamp on some of them do work, but on others, not that much. Charmander, Eevee. Here's a Venusaur reverse rare. We did not get a Radiant Venusaur, sadly, but luckily Ben pulled a Radiant Blastoise, so very nice card there. I think all the Radiants except for the Charizard are going for $11 on TCG, so the Charizard I think it's going for 40 right now. I need to double check afterwards, but I think the Venusaur and the Blastoise Radiants are going for $11. So this Venusaur right here is a very nice card, even though it ain't the Radiant one. Alright, let me put this aside because I have a plan for all of those reverse rares. Here's an Articuno holofoil. Ice Symbol. Your basic water Pokemon's attack except any Articuno do 10 more damage to your opponent's active. Very cool ability. Alright, Water Energy, a rare candy. Okay, this is again one of the staples of any deck right now. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. You find Stage 2 in your hand that evolves from that basic Pokemon Stage 1. You could skip to Stage 1 and you can't play this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. Here's a Wartortle. So now we just need a Blastoise, so we'll be looking for that Blastoise. Here's a Spinarak. We saw the Ariados earlier. And something very interesting again. The Alolan forms are returning in the TCG thanks to this Pokemon Go set. Here's a Alolan Rattata. It's a top percentage Rattata for sure. Here's Wimpod. Another Pikachu, another Squirtle. Here's a Chansey reverse uncommon. I remember how hard Chansey was to catch in Red and Blue. I played the Virtual Console version of it. Here's a Sylveon. Usually it's a Fairy type, but since Sword and Shield they got rid of Fairy types, and now it's a Psychic type. It has Souvenir for 1 Psychic. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle, or Wonder Flash. If your opponent's active is a dragon, this attack does 90 more damage to 180. Very cool. Dark Lunatone, but let me switch something out. I think you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to save these for later. And good. Alright. Here's a Lunatone. Cycle draw. If you discard if you discard a card from your hand, don't discard your hands. No, that would be dangerous. Alright, if you discard a card from your hand, you can draw 30 cards. And then Moon Kinesis, it does 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached on the Pokemon. Adding that to already a base 30. Rare candy again. Actually, I'm going to set that aside. Like I said earlier, I need those for decks, so let me find the other one, actually. Let me put all my reverse rares as well. While we're here, you know, let me put my rare candies. I really like candy, as you could tell. I'm just separating the reverse rares and holos quickly. Alright, I think that was everyone. Alright. Yep. Okay. B-Barrel. This is the card I was talking about with its artwork. It looks like this Smeargle here is taking a selfie, and the B-Barrel in the background is photobombing. I love that. There's so much character in this card. I love it. Here's a Slowpoke. Bidoof. Magikarp. Apom, we've seen these already. Tyranitar reverse rare. So now we have both the holo and the reverse of that one. Very sweet. Here's a Lapras. It's very interesting. So earlier and earlier games, like I think Gen 4, Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 1, they kept saying how Lapras was going extinct, and then now in Sword and Shield, and I think even in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they're saying that their numbers are returning. So that's very nice. The Lapras are being saved from extinction. This is a reverse, or I mean a holofoil. Okay, Grass Energy. Yeah, I really think that's a sweet story how it went from like being extinct and then all of a sudden the species is being saved. If only we could do that more in the real world, you know? Save some of these endangered species. I think the Earth would be much better off if that was going on. Alright, Soul Rock. Egg Incubator, we've talked about that. Charmeleon, we've talked about Charmeleon. Here's Natu. Natu's so cute, I mean, look at it. Looks like a living pea, you know? Pea bird. Like the vegetable peanut, you know. Here's Ambipom. Has Primate Dexterity. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all that damage. Oh, that might be an interesting card, you know. Slowpoke, Larvitar. Aw, look at that. She's eating a berry. That's so cute. Apom. Here's a Spark. Reverse Spark. Again, this is like those other two trainers, but this one's just for electric. Here's a Conkeldurr. This was out of my second pack. I have them in reverse order. It's a very cool card. I really love Conkeldurr. I have one in the game. I need to bring it on stream one of these days. Mach Punch, Facade. You have a burned orb. You have a burn orb or whatever it's called, a flame orb. Facade, Rock Smash, I think Drain Punch, and then Hammer Arm. I can't remember for sure. I need to go and check up on my Conkeldurr. Let's go and put this in a sleeve as well. Let me get my sleeves, my penny sleeves, to be more specific. Just going to go and sleeve it. Bag it and tag it, I guess. There we go. Alright, Electric Energy. Here's a Xatu. Pokestop. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck. If a player discarded any item cards this way, you may put those item cards into their hand. Okay, so what's interesting actually, that Reggie deck, I keep getting mulligans because it has just so many of those trainer cards and a lot of item cards, surprisingly. So if I play some of these, or if I have the Stadium, I think it could help me a little bit in that deck, so I might find more copies of this Pokestop someday and add them to my decks. It's a Stadium as well. What's interesting, actually, the store where I bought this ETB was also a Pokestop, so what a coincidence. Alright, Slowbro, Wimpod, Larvitar, Numel. Aw, it's sleeping. Here's a Bulbasaur, Onyx, Bulbasaur times 2. The cooler Bulbasaur, because this one's reverse rare. I mean reverse foil, not rare, but here's Daniel, and here's the cooler Daniel. Alright. Enough of the memes. I know all of you are telling me that, and the things of your mind. Here's Fighting, Camerupt, Split Bomb. Does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. I remember there's a Charizard card that had Split Bomb. I'll try and find it. I think it's in one of my top loaders. I'll find it. Xatu. Here's Blanche again. Natu. Ambipom. Oh, sweet. We have another copy of that. Alolan Eradicate. Chase up. Search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Or, for 3 colorless, put damage counters on your opponent's active until its remaining HP is 10. Ooh. So it's like some of the Spiritomb cards or the Shedinja cards sometimes that they make. They have this, put damage counters until your opponent's HP is 10. Very interesting that they're giving it to other Pokemon this time. Sweet. Larvitar, Rattata, Moltres, Reverse, Uncommon. Oh wait, no, Reverse Rare. Pretty sweet. Put that over there. Here's our Blissey. Blissey has the highest HP out of any Pokemon. It's actually a meme in Pokemon Platinum. If you use a fighting type move on a Blissey in one of the battles, and then you time how long it takes for the HP bar to go down, because Blissey has a very low defense, even though it has a high HP. So that health bar back in Pokemon Platinum and the Gen 4 games, it would take forever to drop, no matter how much the damage was. Well, if you have this thing that has like 500 HP, and use a close combat, you're going to sit there for about a minute just waiting for the HP to drop. So it's basically, it's been 3,000 years from AZ and Pokemon X and Y, but with Blissey. Alright, I'm going to put that over there. There's an energy. Here's our Ivysaur. Ivysaur looks so cute in this. I remember back in some of the sprites in Gen 1 where Ivysaur stood up on its hind legs. Spark again, Chansey, Alolan Raticate, Tranquil, that's a new one. I got a shiny Tranquil actually in Pokemon X and Y, I think a few months ago. Larvitar, Natu, Ambipom, and Ariados. Reverse Ariados. Alright, so that was all the cards in the Pokemon Go set. Here are some of our hits. The Mewtwo V is stellar. I really, really love that Mewtwo V. I'm going to go and put it in a top loader right now. Let me get one of my top loaders if I could find one that's loose. Well, yeah, I have a loose one. I think I do. I just need to search for it. Hold up. Is this one a loose top loader? Yes! Yay, we didn't have to open anything of top loaders. That's perfect. Alright. So here's again a top loader. This is a harder sleeve for your cards. It protects them from a bunch of scratches and it just preserves them for a long time. You'll want to put the card into a penny sleeve first when you put it into a top loader. So what I'm going to do is open the penny sleeve, sleeve it like that, being very careful not to damage or tarnish the card, and then I'm going to put it into the top loader like so. Let me try and find the opening. There we go. Then to center the card, what you'll want to do is give it a little bit of a tap. There we go. Now it's picture perfect. And I think I'm just going to put the rest of our reverse rares and holo foils into penny sleeves for right now. Let me get those out as well. Let me get more of these. I have a whole pack of them. A packet of penny sleeves like this costs about $1. Hence the name penny sleeves, so you could find them for a really good price to protect your cards from dust and some scratches, you know. I'm just going to get a couple. So now it's just a matter of sleeving them all like this. Put them on top of the box once I'm finished. Alright. I really wanted the Zapdos, you know, so we could complete the set, but I think I'll just find the Zapdos some other way. Maybe they'll sell it online for about like 20 cents once this set is like fully out. I know it's released today, but it takes a few weeks, if you're lucky, a few days for everyone to like send in their bulk of cards that they don't want, and then people usually just throw away their reverse foils and holofoils, and some people just go after the Vs, the V-stars and V-maxes, but sometimes you're lucky and you'll find bulk where people just like discard all the cards that aren't secret rares or alt arts, and then you could go through those bulk cards and then probably find some treasures, some goodies. Alright, we're almost done sleeving. And then wait, that one has a sleeve. Alright. Thought I didn't put a sleeve in that one. Okay. There's all our reverse rares and holofoils. Let me see if there's anything left to do. Just go and meander through these first. Yeah, and then there's our Mewtwo V as well. Can't forget about that. Alright, I think that's it. That's the ETB of Pokemon Go. Hello, Jans3L. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. How's it going? And again, a recap of all of those other cards that we got. These were all the hits out of 10 packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, of course, our biggest hit today, Mewtwo V, for about like 13 hits, I think, out of 10 packs, which is pretty good. I mean, I think what they did with this Pokemon Go set, it's a very small set, and it's kind of like a tie-in. It's basically like a collab or a sponsorship by Niantic working with the Pokemon Company International making these cards. So I think what they did, just very awesome. They said, "Oh, let's make the pull rates in this set extremely high, so let's give all these kids and people and fans of the Pokemon series a chance to pull some sweet rare cards." And I really appreciate it if that's what they're going with, because I've noticed that this set has some pretty good pull rates. So yeah, that's that. There's our Mewtwo. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Alright. Okay, so now I think we are going to go and segue into something else. I have my decks with me, so let's do a practice. Let's do a practice battle. I'll see you in a bit. Let me just clean all these off. I can't do a Pokemon card battle with all of these on my desk here, but let's go and clean it all off, and then we'll get started with the battle. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you, Jans31, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Alright, guys, have a good one. Please stay tuned for another video. I'm going to be doing a practice battle here shortly. And yeah, have a good rest of the day. Please do something nice for someone, get vaccinated. I'll see you in a bit. Love you all, and thank you for tuning in.